how deep I should go, like to the.
That's what I was thinking.
To the radius.
A couple inches there.
So I wonder if I need to be moving as it goes down then.
I would say, yeah.
Hi, Chad here with Purple Collar Life, and in today's video we're using a new tool, a subsoiler, and this is the cheapest one I could find, so we're going to find out how it works. I've already assembled it, which was super easy, just a couple pins with clips, and it's in one piece together. I've already seen a couple potential flaws with it, so we'll talk about those as we're using it, but the reason we bought this is $74 on Amazon. Arrived in 2 days. The other ones are about $200 to $250. You get them at like a Tractor Supply or another ag store. But those are usually full 3-point connections. I think we save a little bit of money on this one because A, it's on Amazon, and B, you use your 3-point hitch assembly to adapt it for the subsoiler. So you can see what's going to happen here is we're going to mount this on the back of the tractor. The subsoiler goes into the receiver, and then that's what you're digging down with. Now the potential problems I see already is, I don't know what size this shank is, but it's not 2-inch. And it's going to be sloppy inside there. I also don't think it's 1.25 inch, so I don't think even a sleeve would work. What I do think may work, and we may have to adapt this a little bit, if I slide a regular 2-inch box inside the back of my hitch, and let it come through like that. So I've got my 2-inch hitch through here. Now it is actually just about the perfect size for that to slide in, and that would give it a lot more support. The problem is, if you slide this in far enough to line up the pinholes, and then you slide this in, there's not enough space for this to get deep enough for those pinholes to line back up. So that could be one potential issue, is this shank size, but we're going to do the best we can. So today I've got all this loaded up in the back of the little Ford Ranger. We're going to head up to my cousin Kyle's house. Kyle has been always super helpful to us here at Purple Collar Life. I'm not great at a couple things. One of the things I'm not great at is heights. So when we were putting in our cathedral ceiling recessed lights, I could not do it. Kyle was great at it. He had them all done in no time at all. So there's been lots of little projects like that that Kyle's helped out with. Another thing, when our truck broke down a few weeks ago and my Super Duty couldn't tow the fifth wheel, Kyle brought his truck to hook up to the fifth wheel and help us get out of that situation. So we're going to take all this up to Kyle's house. He's got a John Deere tractor. We're going to try some subsoiling so that he can bury an Ethernet line from his house to his garage. Okay, so we've got Kyle's 1023E here, and we did rig up. We're going to try to use this sleeve to hold this in place better with that small shank. We'll see how that works at first. Try to get some good video here, making a trench for an Ethernet line. Do you have a hammer? So we did really good here until the driveway, and I stood on the hitch to try to give it some more weight to dig down in, and I think my additional weight probably pushed down too much, and we bent this shaft, which I think because of the size of it will still actually fit in and our pin will fit through it, but we just got to get the sleeve out first. Let me see if we can put this back in front of it. What about a spacer to keep the top from going down? Yeah, even like a pole or something. So we did get a trench made here. Kyle, what'd you think of the results with the $74 Amazon subsoiler?
I think from the yard work side, it's ideal.
Yeah.
It's a small trench. We can run that cable in. A little bit concerned about the damage to the hitch and
yeah, if the sleeve, if either the receiver portion were a 2-inch,
yeah,
or a regular sleeve would fit inside it, it'd be much better. But using a hitch inside, it worked really good in the grass.
Yeah.
It's just, the subsoiler isn't great for gravel and shale.
Yep.
But I mean, if you only had to do a couple projects.
Oh yeah, or all yard work.
Or all in the yard, yeah. Because how far do you think we went?
It should be about 250 feet.
Yeah, so that's not bad.
No. The pin too, that's gonna be.
Oh, did it? We should better drive it out then. So we're gonna see what it looks like here after use. Actually, it might just slide out. Is it working? I think so.
It's about done.
Wow. So there's our results.
Yeah, yep.
Probably one-time use.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could
I
probably
bet you could use it again.
back through it.
That's what I wonder if we put like another sleeve over top of it, just permanent, like tack weld it on,
Right.
then it would work, I think. Because this part,
I like how
This part-
skinny it is.
yeah.
Because it doesn't really disturb as much.
and
If
it
you're just
came it came with a replacement tooth, but I mean, we didn't even.
No.
So this part I think was really good, and even the quick adjustment, like you can pull those pins out and make it so it won't go in as deep.
Yep.
It's just
It's a nice idea.
just the box thing that's great job.
This is what we need though.
Oh, that's so nice to have. You move all your trailers around with that.
I don't need to leave the backhoe on.
So you can see here the results. There's a little bit of grass dead, but it was a pretty surgical cut. And like I said, we just went along afterwards. Kyle used the pickaxe, pulled along the edge, and I stuffed the cable down in. And it worked really good, and you can see it didn't mess up a whole bunch of the yard. There's not huge piles of dirt. Kyle ran over it with the tractor one time and just kind of pressed it back down. And this grass will all come back. But it's nice to see the nice clean job it did. There's some sections of conduit that Kyle put in across the driveway, about 20 feet. So that'll keep it protected underneath the gravel and the shale. Did a good job. Well, we're back from Kyle's, and I would say this cheap subsoiler off of Amazon did better than I thought. And actually, using it in the receiver hitch with another receiver worked really good until I put my weight on it and bent it. But I'd say that's the ticket. If you can find a sleeve that this will fit inside, this is a good $70-some purchase. Now this is the original tooth. Obviously we didn't change that out. It worked fine. And I'd say if you're doing some subsoiling through normal soil, this works great. It's a little bit more difficult in a gravel driveway. Puts a lot more torque on here trying to dig down. But again, the only flaw with it, I'd say, is the size of this shank needs to be made for a 2-inch, or put a sleeve outside it that kind of protects this a little bit better. I saw in the Amazon reviews some people had breakage here on the weld. Ours held up okay. Again, just one use, but about 250 feet of digging, and it did a nice job. Did like a surgical cut through the yard actually. We used a pickaxe, and Kyle drug the pickaxe in front of me, and I just shoved that coax Ethernet line down in, and it worked really good. It was a nice and smooth process. So I would say, if you're trying to bury a single line like a coax cable or an Ethernet line, $74 at the time of this filming off of Amazon. This is a good buy for that. Kind of a one-time use, maybe a couple-time use if you're just in a grassy area. So hopefully this helped you out if you're considering something like this. Definitely a lot less expensive than the $250 version that is just a subsoiler. If you're just doing a small project, I think this would suit you well if you already have the 3-point receiver hitch. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If so, please give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already following us. We make videos about tractors, rural living, firewood, chainsaws, log splitters. So we'll see you again the next time. This part held up really good. The tooth, this arm part, even the 2 pins held up great. Just that small shank, too small. It needs to be tightly fitted inside the 2-inch receiver. So engineering department, that is your task, to fix this product, make it fit properly on a 2-inch receiver.